Welcome back to another episode.
Huh.
Oh,
I suppose I can work with your face. After
Guess
all,
that's
the
a-
sculptor cannot always choose the finest clay.
it's an interesting way to start this.
Until next time.
God. Anyway, yeah, welcome to episode 8 of our Let's Play series. This is Dar Tannis from Thieves Guild Gaming. That lady threw me off entirely, but whatever, it's fine.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
Well, that's a first. What are you doing down here?
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here.
Ah, a letter from the Jarl. Moving up in the world, eh?
Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Well, okay. Odd. I don't think I've ever seen him down in the rat way before.
Nope,
That
sorry.
is strange.
Nothing.
Okay, enough strangeness aside. We had just finished getting shaking down some people and able to join the Thieves Guild in full now. So we are going to go and, well, do that and then explore the Thieves Guild people here and meet some of the friendly faces of the guild.
Heart. Much too kind for Riften.
Let's just follow Mr. Brynjolf here.
Let me show you the operation. Then you can ask your questions.
Okay, I don't have any questions at the moment. Keep walking. Keep walking. Don't put cursor over him. He'll stop. At least don't be too close while you do it, at least. Alright, let's go in. Alright. Yeah, so I do have a nice mod that adds some flavor to the Thieves Guild hideout here. It does add like rooms that get filled in more as we build up the level of the Thieves Guild by doing the additional quests. Sorry, Brynjolf. Go. Continue. But yeah, so it adds some nice little flavor stuff to the area. This mod is Gigi's Thieves Guild by the same author that makes Lux. Again, eventually I promise I'll get that mod list up there eventually. Alright, let's do this thing.
Mercer, this is the one I was talking about. Our new recruit.
This better not be another waste of the Guild's resources, Brynjolf. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. If you play by the rules, you walk away rich. You break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. You do what we say, when we say. Do I make myself clear?
So forceful with that last line there. Yeah, I understand.
Good, then I think it's time we put your expertise to the test.
Wait a moment. You're not talking about Golden Glow, are you? Even our little Vex couldn't get in.
You claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work. If so, let him prove it. Golden Glow Estate is critically important to one of our largest clients. However, the owner has suddenly decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out. He needs to be taught a lesson. Brynjolf will provide you with the details.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, yes. Since Brynjolf assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Alright.
Welcome to the family, lad. I'm expecting you to make us a lot of coin. So don't disappoint me.
So how do I get my cut of the spoils?
Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing. You should talk with Delvin Mallory and Vex. They know their way around this place, and they'll be able to kick some extra jobs your way. Oh, and talk to Tanelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not done talking to you yet. Come back here.
If you weren't done talking, then why
Golden
didn't...
Glow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey. It's owned by some smart-mouth wood elf named Arengoth.
Hey, whoa.
We need you to teach him a lesson by burning down 3 of the estate's hives and clearing out the safe in the main house.
What's the catch?
The catch is that you can't burn the whole place to the ground. That important client Mercer mentioned would be furious if you did.
Makes sense.
Aye. The last thing we want to be doing is crossing our clients.
What should I do about Erengoth?
Maven prefers that Arengoth remains alive, but if he tries to stop you from getting the job done, kill him. The guild has a lot riding on this. Don't make me look foolish by mucking it up.
There'll be no mucking. I need more details about Golden Glow.
Golden Glow Estate brought in a mountain of gold for the guild. You could almost call it our sweetest deal. Then out of the clear blue, Arengoth stopped sending us our cut. Mercer was, well, angry to put it kindly. So we send in Vex and find out he's hired a bunch of mercenaries to guard the place.
Mercenaries, not Riften guards?
Aye. Arengoth sent the city guard packing and fortified the entire island. In fact, Vex barely made it out of there alive. You should talk to her about it before you go.
Okay. How do I destroy the beehives?
They're built like small fortresses to resist the weather, but their one weakness is flame. Besides, nothing tells the people of Riften we mean business better than a huge column of smoke.
Why not level the entire estate?
I'll give you one good reason. Maven Blackbriar. Burn all the hives, and she'd have to import honey for Blackbriar meadery, which would cut into her profits.
Maven Blackbriar is the influential client?
We had an arrangement with Maven. We kept an eye on Golden Glow Estate to make sure the honey kept flowing. If the workers had a dispute, we'd rough them up. If competitors tried to buy honey from Arengoth, we'd steal the shipments. In return, Maven allowed us to extort Arengoth and bring in a huge payout.
So how dangerous is it to cross her?
Let me put it to you this way. Nothing happens in Riften without Maven's consent. One word from her, and you could spend the rest of the Fourth Era in prison.
Alright.
You watch yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners.
Okay, noted. So yeah, so we're official members of the Thieves Guild. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of additional flare things in here, like I was saying. There's like a whole area up there to just have beds and such. And this is a hot tub or something, I think. Never actually looked at that much, but I really like all the additional stuff they added in here with that mod. One of the mods I definitely really like was the Thieves Guild revamping mod, or whatever you want to call it. Can't wait, Brynjolf. Let's go do this right and get talk to Tanelia and get our armor
All eyes
set.
are on you, lad. Don't disappoint us.
Hello.
So you're the new recruit, huh?
Me
Well, looks like you
Always
and I
like
are
to
gonna
sit
have to
on
get
there.
very well acquainted.
sitting
Well, looks like you and I are gonna have to get very well acquainted.
over a drink. Why is that?
I'm the fence down here. You come by anything you don't exactly own, and I'll pay you some coin for it. Minus a little slice for the guild, of course. I can also provide a few supplies useful to our trade now and again, for a small fee.
Is there anything you don't charge for?
Sure. How about I get Dirge to knock you over your head and dump you into the cistern? Look, I've been in this business a long time, and I've seen all types. You can play it tough, or you can play it smart. Whatever. At the end of the day, you'll find that all we care about down here is how much gold you can make us.
You only gave me one option, though. I can play it the other way, but understood.
Good. Then there isn't much more to say. Here's your armor. Just make sure you put it to good use.
Thank you kindly. Alright. Got a nice new set of armor. So, Thieves Guild armor. Carrying capacity increased by 20. Pickpocketing is 15% better for the boots. Lockpicking 15% easier for the gloves. And price is 10% better for the hood. And now we look a lot more fitting to our Thief Guild part. Our Thief part,
Welcome
what
to
do you
the
want to
cozy
say?
little family. I'm one of the lookouts for the guild.
Much better.
I watch Delvin's back.
Alright, so now we fit in. So let's talk to some folks, shall we? I'll start in here, though.
All eyes are on you, lad. Don't
Let's go
disappoint
start
us.
back up in here. I'm obviously going a little bit more in depth with the Thieves Guild stuff being the, you know, channel, just everything, the theme, the everything. So,
Come here a second.
sure, sir.
A lot of people are beginning to get impressed with you here, me included.
I haven't even done anything.
Just wanted to let you know.
Well, thank you. How did you end up at the guild?
I used to live in Valenwood, working at my father's winery. We made the finest wine to ever cross your lips, I promise you. We were doing well. Plenty of coin, a huge mansion, and I was even betrothed to a lovely young woman.
Why would you leave all that behind?
Because it was dull. Every day was the same boring routine. Working at the winery, social visits with friends, parties with no one I cared about. I just wanted a little excitement. Something dangerous.
Like being a thief?
I hooked up with a guild in Valenwood. I think they called themselves the Silver Crescents. Spent quite a few years doing jobs for them. Made a lot of coin, but I didn't care. I didn't really need it. I was running with them because it fit. Made me feel alive.
You ran with them for years but didn't know their name? How did you end up in Skyrim?
Well, after a while, my father caught on to what I was doing. He confronted me one night and gave me a choice. Either leave Valenwood, or he'd have me thrown into jail. Gave me a day to say my goodbyes to everyone.
That must have been difficult.
I ended up in Skyrim thanks to a contact I'd made when I was with the Crescents. Good old Delvin. He introduced me to Gallus, and that was it. I've been here ever since. And you know what? Despite what I left behind, I don't regret it one bit.
Okay, know anything about Golden Glow Estate?
The honey they collect on that hunk of rock goes into making Blackbriar mead. Just about the best tasting mead in all of Skyrim. Come find me if you need more marksman training.
Alright. Had plenty of marksman training being a wood elf myself.
Hey! I want to talk to you. Now.
They're always so hostile at the start.
You're pretty tough. I respect that. Bringing in a lot of coin for the guild.
I
Making
haven't
us look
done
good,
anything
too.
yet.
Let me know if you need anything. Okay?
I just did a little bit something. The shakedown, I guess, did bring in some point, didn't it? So you were part of a bandit clan?
I joined up with them maybe 10 years ago. Small clan, maybe 20 men. We'd raid villages, rob caravans. But it was always about the killing for them.
But not for you?
Don't get me wrong. The first few years with that clan were some of the best years of my life. All the food I could eat, all the wine I could drink, and all the women I could bed.
What changed?
We raided a caravan one spring. I think it was a few wagons with some farmers moving to a new village. They didn't put up much of a fight. All that was left were the women and the children. Then the leader of our clan, Garthek, he ordered us to kill the rest.
You'd never had to do that before?
No, we usually let them go. I refused to do it, and Garthek ordered the clan to kill me as well. Luckily, I had made some friends with the clan who immediately sided with me. We tore each other to pieces. After it was over, those of us that remained simply went our separate ways.
And Garthek?
I left his head on a pike at the wreckage of the caravan. Never knew what became of the rest of the clan that survived. I suppose they moved on just like I did.
Okay.
Always a pleasure.
Indeed. What else we got over here?
Hey, let's talk a second.
Hi, Viper? Is it Viper or Viper? So how'd you earn your name?
It was on a job a few years back. It was supposed to be a simple burglary on a house in Windhelm. I was working with Vex, and we got inside with no trouble. We found the loot and made our way out.
Sounds normal to me.
Well, it was, up until the point where we set foot outside. The house was surrounded by town guard. The client had ratted us out. Vex just tells me to run. So I did. Half of them went after me, the other half went after her.
Did either of you get caught?
Are you kidding me? Vex lost them in seconds. Once she steps into the shadows, she vanishes. Me? I ran, and I ran. Straight through the gates of Windhelm, and all the way back to Riften.
That's an incredible distance to run.
Vex was waiting for me at the flagon when I came in, drenched in sweat. Everyone just took a look at me and laughed.
Why were they laughing?
Well, I'd forgotten we had our horses tied up just outside of Windhelm. Vex rode hers back and arrived hours before I did. So, that's how I earned the name. Now keep it to yourself.
Can't keep it to myself if you tell everyone that you meet. Let's see. Know anything about Golden Glow Estate?
I wouldn't bother smacking at those hives with a weapon. Set them on fire, and they'll go up like kindling.
Alright.
Need any more pickpocket training? You just let me know.
Yeah, all of them work as trainers. I just wish you could make them followers too. That would be nice. Are you waiting for me to talk to you, sir? Or are you sizing up your shot? Oh.
Wanted to say something to you.
Did you now? How did you become so good at picking locks?
Pull up a chair, my friend. This is quite a tale.
Are you gonna hold the bow the
When
whole
I
time?
started out in this business, I wasn't really interested in the guild or being a thief.
With skills like yours, why not?
I didn't mean to imply I was earning an honest living either. With my lock-picking aptitude, I was a natural at jailbreaking. I made a great deal of gold doing it too.
Jailbreaking? What's that?
It's where a client pays you to get arrested, and you get thrown into a prison for the express purpose of breaking out. Usually it's to free someone the client cares about, and sometimes to kill someone on their behalf. Either way, the trick was in the escape. That's where my strengths came in handy.
That'd be a fun quest. I wish we would have added something like that to get arrested and then break someone out from the inside. That'd be cool. Why did someone stop doing it? Sorry for bumping the mic.
Well, as a jailbreaker, you work alone. No guild to back you up. I do jobs for the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood, but if things didn't go as planned, I was on my own.
I think I see what you're getting at.
And the last jailbreak I attempted failed. I was imprisoned in High Rock for 3 years before they let me go. After that, I promised myself I'd never do it again.
Why did you join the guild and not the Brotherhood?
I don't know. I think I realized that out in the world, my skills would bring me more wealth as a thief rather than an assassin. Killing someone in a jail is much easier than what the Dark Brotherhood deals with. I guess I wanted to play it safe. I already knew Delvin. I asked if I could join up, and that was that.
Delvin knows everybody.
I'm sure we'll speak again.
He should have been my recruiter too. Alright, let's see. Yeah, so this is the revamped vault area too. Yes. Mercer behind his desk being a jerk. Yeah, he's just a jerk. In fact, I
Don't you
can
have better
preview.
things to do than disturb me?
See? Look at him, being a jerk.
I'd like to know why you're wasting time asking about it when you should already be on your way.
See? Just a jerk.
I'm watching you.
Being a jerk. That's the vault. And then he has a little room, or it's Brynjolf's room, one of the two. I think it's Mercer's room. And then behind Mercer there, there's a trophy case which will gather trophies as you unlock them with the other quests. Ignore the floating lanterns again.
Need something?
I don't know why they're there. Yeah. Then this area has a lot more added stuff, and we'll get more stuff added to it as you develop it. Of course, there's a whole alchemy area with some poisonous herb kind of stuff that'll grow. And then up here is going to be the lockpicking, combat training kind of thing, which we'll do later when we have more a higher level of lockpicking skill. At any rate, yeah. So all that stuff looks great. We'll do so that'll be an initial preview, and then we'll just look at it again fully when it's fully maxed again. Fully maxed. I won't do the 2 middle steps, or 3, however many there is. Because obviously it could get kind of boring. In fact,
If you need
want
marksman
it to be
training,
boring.
and you've got the coin,
Yeah. So
I'm
let's
ready
go.
to teach you.
Can I get everyone in here? Rune. Hey, Rune.
Got a minute? Wanted to say something.
How did you get your unusual name?
My father told me he found me as a young boy in the wreckage of a ship that sank off of the coast near Solitude. All he found in my pocket was a tiny smooth stone inscribed with some sort of strange runes.
Do you know what they mean?
No one does. I've even taken the damn thing to the College of Winterhold. I must have spent every last coin I've made with the guild trying to find out what it means.
Maybe you aren't meant to know.
Perhaps. They could be nonsense, inane scribbles done by someone in idle boredom. But if not, if they actually mean something, they might tell me where I'm from, what ship I was on, everything.
So who gave you the name?
Actually, the fisherman who found me, the man I call my father, gave it to me. Thought it was fitting, I suppose. I never changed it because it never felt right to do so.
I'll keep an eye out for anything.
I appreciate that.
Even though there is, unfortunately, nothing.
Be seeing you.
Really dropped
Sure,
the
we
ball on
can
that
talk.
one. That'd be cool. I already talked to you, right?
Yes?
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah. And yeah, so that should be all of the people in here. Yeah. At least for now. As we add more, there'll be a couple additional faces. And I know Knives is walking around here from the interesting NPCs. Which I'm going to save all interesting NPCs for Twitch streams, because they're too long-winded, they talk a lot. Yeah. So when you only have 30 minutes,
So,
doing
you're
a 15-minute, or what feels like 15 minutes worth
Don't look
of
like much to
talking
me.
with a single NPC. A single NPC, mind you. I know we've talked to nothing but NPCs for almost the entire episode. So still. Anyway, let's meet Vekel the man, the barkeep here.
It's one thing to say you've got the skills to be a thief. It's another to actually use them.
He at least has a quest to get. And he sells a home. He'll sell that home that I showed in the last episode to get that Routeway home. Can you share any information about the Thieves Guild?
I don't know about the others, but I sure am glad to see a fresh face down here. The flagon used to be packed every night with the boys from the guild. But now look at it. Last few years have been pretty bad. I've almost closed this place up.
Need anything done around here?
Now that you mention it, there is. I have a buyer with, shall we say, a very odd taste in literature, looking for some particular books.
What kind of books are they?
I'm told they're the ravings of a madman, a wizard named Arundel. and his peculiar cravings. It's said to be spread across 4 volumes and very hard to come by. My client is offering quite a reward for them, which I'd split with you.
I'll get him for you.
Then we have a deal. In his later years, Arundel moved into some ice caves known as Ingvild. He preferred the solitude in which to perform his experiments.
Do you know anything about Arundel?
Only rumors. He used to have a home in Dawnstar until they burned it down. The people say he was doing unspeakable experiments on reanimation, rituals only a necromancer would perform. After he made for Ingvild, he was never heard from again.
How can you be certain these journals exist?
Recently, a woman was found, naked and shivering along the road to Dawnstar. The only information the guard could get from her were tales of strange experiments, and Arundel scribbling in his journals.
Okay.
Aye.
Alright. Alright, talk to you, Mr. Brynjolf. Where did everyone else go?
All eyes are on you, lad. Don't disappoint us.
We have Knives. He's an interesting NPC. So, yeah. He's actually really great to talk to. I have talked to him before at least. He's just, they talk a lot. More than I do even. Salazar, he's also added in a mod. He doesn't, he is just a follower.
At your passing, friend.
Because the Thieves Guild literally has like
Until next
no
time.
followers really. The courier that I have no idea why he's down here. He should probably be leaving soon, I'd imagine. Then
You
this
bring a smile to this one's eyes and peace to his heart.
Zargo, he's just another follower modded one that doesn't say anything else specific but looks cool and is a thief. I don't generally use followers anyway, but I wanted a little bit more. I wanted more people in the guild, so I just downloaded them for that main purpose.
Brynjolf, eh? Let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you into the thick of things without telling you which way is up. Am I right?
I was waiting to see if he was going to say it without me clicking on him. I know what I don't know. I suppose I could use some advice.
See, that kind of attitude comes from someone who wants to get rich and stay alive long enough to enjoy it. We're gonna get along nicely. So, if you've got the nerve, I've got plenty of extra jobs to help get the guild back on its feet.
Back on its feet?
Look around you. The flagon, the guild, it's all falling apart. A few decades ago, this place was as busy as the Imperial City. Now, you'll be lucky if you don't trip over a skeever instead.
What's happened?
Look, I know the others think I'm a bit daft for saying stuff like this, but I'm gonna give it you straight. Something out there is piss-drunk mad at us. I don't know who or what it is, but it's beyond just you and me. We've been cursed.
A curse? What can we do about it?
I'll tell you what we do. We spit in that curse's face and turn things around down here. Put things back the way they were. That's where you come in. I've got plenty of work available that could guide us down the road to recovery. All you need to do is ask, and we can both come out of this smelling like a rose.
Know anything about Golden Glow State?
Watch yourself out there. The mercenaries Arengoff hired to train killers. Just ask our poor little Vex.
Okay. We'll be picking up extra jobs from you
Find
later.
me if you're ever looking for some extra coin.
In fact, next. But just not right now. That's the face.
Make it quick.
The person who startled us right at the start. She'll rearrange your face
Speak
if you
quickly.
ask her to. Dirge. Mr. Dirge. Let's have a drink, Mr. Dirge.
Even if you're one of us, you better not make trouble.
I met your brother.
Maul? Yeah. That jerk works for Maven Blackbriar now. Left me down here watching this garbage heap. I guess he's better at all that talking stuff anyway. I just mess everything up.
Why do they call you Dirge?
They call me Dirge because I'm the last thing you hear before they put you in the ground. Why? You think it's funny or something?
No way, that name would scare anyone.
Good. Now shut up and get out of my face.
I think it's hilarious. You got a problem?
Yeah, my problem is I'm too tired to punch your face in.
Forget I mentioned it.
Already did.
About your name.
What? You still think it's funny?
I do.
Yeah, my problem is I'm too
well.
tired to punch your face in.
Okay.
Alright then.
Alright then.
Yes.
Where's Vex? Here,
All eyes
Vex.
are on you,
Where'd you
lad.
go?
Don't disappoint us.
Thought I saw someone there. Odd. I want to talk to you, Tanelia.
Before we begin, I want to make two things perfectly clear. One, I'm the best infiltrator this rat hole of a guild's got. So if you think you're here to replace me, you're dead wrong. And two, you follow my lead and do exactly as I say. No questions, no excuses.
You were just lying in bed waiting for me to come over here, weren't you? Hey, take it easy. I don't know. Back off. I know the drill.
Now you I like. I've been getting sick of the pushovers that usually walk in here. I think you and I are gonna get along just fine. Now it's time to get your feet wet, and I don't want to waste a lot of time talking about anything but business.
What sort of business?
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. We're in a bad way down here.
Any idea why?
Who knows? Old Delvin thinks it's some kind of curse. I think he's crazy. If you want my opinion, I'd say it's just plain old bad luck.
So what can we do?
You can get out there and start making a name for us again. Make them start fearing us like they did long ago. And while you're at it, make a little bit of coin on the side. Not a bad deal, eh?
I'm not going to talk to her about the gem yet, because they stay in a nice little stack until you ask that question. I heard you ran into trouble at Golden Glow Estate.
Yeah, I did. That wood elf's wit. He's a lot smarter than I expected.
God, you guys are
Can
jerks.
you believe
What
that
else?
fetcher had more than tripled the guard? There must have been 8 of them in there. It was like he was daring us to come and get him.
Any tips to get me in there? Another Welf?
Well, there's an old sewer tunnel that dumps into the lake on the northwest side of the island. That's how I slipped in there. Should still be unguarded.
Alright then.
These jobs aren't gonna finish themselves, you know.
Oh, they will. I think that's about everybody. Alright. So yeah, that is officially join the Thieves Guild. Now, the next thing I like to do is not max out, but like do all the additional quests, which give me the additional skills so I can do the main quest line of the Thieves Guild easier.
Ours is to smile at your passing.
And also, it feels better naturally to me to max out the Thieves Guild before start doing the rest of the things. So, and have that all planned out, which is going to be great in the next couple episodes. So this is going to be fun. For now, though, that pretty much does it for this episode. Yeah. Yeah, it's been 30 minutes, and we'll start the next episode off with...
You have questions?
Well, yeah, you'll see. So yeah, let's call it there. We'll catch you guys next time on the next one. Yeah. Bye.